I'm Maddie Williams. This is our audience of 21. If I asked most of you to tell me what you thought a fairy tale was, I'd probably get answers like daring sword fights, far-off places, a prince in disguise. Basically, you tell me? Disney. Disney is our modern-day storyteller of fairy tales. But of course, classical fairy tales were told by the Grimm's brothers. Today, I don't want to talk about wishing on stars or dreams coming true. I want to talk about the truth. The Grimm truth. The fact of the matter is that the stories you know and love and have learned growing up aren't right. They're wrong. There's some differences from the Disney versions to the actual true versions. Such as, in Belle, she actually has some sisters who become jealous of her relationship with the Beast and basically try to get her killed. Ariel commits suicide when Prince Eric marries someone else. Cinderella, her stepsisters cut off parts of their foot to try to fit it into the slipper. And when the prince is noted to the blood, that's when they're told that they're obviously not the candidates. And at the very end, when Cinderella does marry him, they get upset and birds peck out their eyes. And in Sleeping Beauty, Princess Aurora does not awake to true love's kiss, but to birthing pains after she was raped. Now, clearly at this point you're all thinking, yikes, what's wrong with these guys? A lot of the stories, since the Grimm's brothers were German, a lot of the stories that came over to America were already doled down from the original. One story, still told in Germany today, is called When Children Play at Butcher, and it's a story about two little boys, one's pretending to be a butcher and one's pretending to be the pig. And the little boy who's pretending to be the butcher cuts off the head of the little boy pretending to be the pig. The mom, frantic of course, comes over, freaks out, and accidentally stabs the other little boy in the heart. While she's over here, her youngest child drowns in the bathtub. She then commits suicide because, obviously, right, the trauma. And then her husband comes home, he soon dies thereafter of a broken heart. Some concerns have arisen from this, and it's been questioned whether these are even appropriate for young children. My argument today is yes, that these are. First off, with the gore, young children miss a bunch of it. If you look back to Shrek and movies that you watched as young little kids, and you watch them now, you come back and you're thinking, how did I miss all this? All the innuendos, everything. Little children miss that kind of stuff. And another problem that they think has risen up is that they think it makes them unempathetic, that they can't relate to different people, because when you open a Grimm's fairy tale, it's clear-cut who's the bad guy and who's the good guy. Clear-cut, good and bad. And they feel like this makes it where there's not a middle ground. That's wrong too. Some of the major pictures in America, we have Star Wars, and then we have the Marvel superheroes. As Americans, we base a lot of the things that we enjoy, especially in media, off of good and evil, the struggle between. This is something that you see throughout your entire life. But as you grow older, we build on this concept. We talk about the gray areas. Because there's some things that you would say are clearly good, and some things that you would say are clearly bad. But as you get older, you learn about the gray in between. I think that this does not affect your empathy at all. Also, have any of you heard of a group called Christians Against Dinosaurs? They're a group that not only claim that dinosaurs never existed, but the idea of them causes violence. Sounds kind of absurd, doesn't it? No. To be fair, when you think of dinosaurs, you do think of some violence. Think Jurassic Park. But most of the dinosaurs that we know about are herbivores. There's only one dinosaur that you would even classify as truly vicious, and that's the Tyrannosaurus Rex, whose image is no worse than that of a modern-day thought of a shark. The point is that these bad things are out there, but that doesn't mean that we have to exclude them, nor that they make bad actions in young children. Now let's talk about the Grimm brothers. With all the new modern retellings of the stories, a lot of in television as well. We have the new Once Upon a Time, it's a major hit. We have constant retelling of these stories. Why would we even go back to look at the old versions? If that's even true, someone please tell me what I'm doing in English class. The same thing could be said about Shakespeare. He's just some old dead guy, right? His works have been done in 1,000 different ways. Why do we even care about the originals? The original works of the Grimm brothers is art. They're the original dark romantics from the 18th century. They created dark romanticism. All of us know about Edgar Allan Poe, an American dark romantic. He came after this. They're the originals, instant classics in the 1800s. And their work should be looked back upon. Thank you.